Welcome back to Indie Dev Checkpoint, where we break down the tools and tech shaping indie game development.
And this week's Stacked. Unreal just leveled up its procedural tools. Unity's dabbling in AI that codes for you, and one indie decided to skip the big engines altogether and build their own.
First up, Unreal Engine 5.7 Preview. The big highlight? The procedural content generation framework is officially production ready.
PCG means you define rules and the engine builds the world. Imagine a forest that plants itself, or a dungeon that reshapes every time you play. Less hand placement, more systemic design.
And it's faster. Epic claims nearly 2 times performance improvements compared to 5.5 in some GPU-heavy scenarios. That matters for indies without high-end rigs.
Plus, they added the procedural Vegetation editor. You can sculpt trees, swap out species, randomize foliage layouts, all within Unreal. No detours into Blender just to tweak your tree line.
For indies, this isn't just new tech. It's a chance to create environments at scales that used to be AAA only. Small teams can now build vast worlds without burning months hand-placing assets.
On the experimental frontier, researchers are exploring generative video engines powered by AI diffusion models.
Instead of coding meshes and shaders, the engine simulates environments from learned data. Think of it like Midjourney, but you can play it.
It's stable diffusion meets Unity. Type abandoned castle in a thunderstorm, and boom, a navigable scene.
Still early research, not production ready. But for rapid prototyping, it could someday remove the biggest indie bottleneck: asset creation. Speaking of AI, Unity researchers just unveiled a system that takes a game design document and auto-builds a Unity project template.
You describe your game: 2D platformer with double jump, moving platforms, and checkpoints. And the AI spits out C# scripts, prefabs, and a working scene.
For indies, that means prototyping 3 ideas in the time it used to take to stub out 1. Less boilerplate, more testing gameplay.
It's still in research, not a Unity release, but it signals a trend. Tools cutting down repetitive setup work, so devs can focus on creativity.
Finally, your napkin sketch can get into Unity before your coffee gets cold.
Over in GameMaker, one dev shared a pipeline to turn 2D sprites into 3D assets.
The process starts in Sprite, moves into Blender to add depth, then back into GameMaker. The result? Pixel art with real 3D lighting and shadows.
Think Octopath Traveler's HD 2D look, but built with indie tools.
It's a reminder that even with GameMaker, you can push visuals further if you combine smart pipelines. And for our final main story, one indie dev built their own custom engine, designed specifically for pixel art.
They wanted sharper pixels, perfect scaling, palette swapping, all tuned for retro aesthetics. Mainstream engines couldn't cut it, so they rolled their own.
Building an engine from scratch is a massive lift, but it proves indies innovate not just in gameplay, but in the tools themselves.
Now for a sobering reality check. Bloomberg reports the industry is facing severe oversaturation.
With hundreds of games hitting Steam each week, even well-polished indies risk getting buried. Quality doesn't guarantee visibility anymore.
It's not just about building a great game. It's about surviving in a crowded market.
So, how do you stay resilient? Let's break down some strategies.
First, diversify income streams. Don't rely only on launch week. Post-launch sales, Patreon support, even merch can keep momentum alive.
Second, find niche communities. A cozy game Discord or a retro subreddit can matter more than chasing the Steam homepage.
Third, treat updates like mini launches. Each patch, each devlog, each QOL fix, they're all chances to resurface.
And fourth, scope realistically. Build the game you can finish. Shipping matters more than stretching yourself thin.
The bottom line? Resilience isn't just mindset, it's survival strategy.
Something else you're excited about or want to chat about what we covered? Drop it below, like, subscribe, ring the bell, you know the drill.
That's it for this week's Indie Dev Checkpoint.